Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry, Wehmeyer show for Sunday, March 7th. We're going to be doing recaps today, local college baseball, local college basketball, and also spring football from the Southland Conference games yesterday. So we'll be going. We'll be doing that today. Also, once again, if you want a video chat with us, please go through the StreamYard links that are posted in the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter feeds. So everyone will have a feed, and you'll be able to come in and state your opinion in the world of sports today. So we're going to be very busy. If you want to come in, come on down. The sports today. So we're going to be so let me put these in real quick. And I'll go over to the Twitter side, and I'll put okay. All three networks have the StreamYard links, which is in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So good opportunity if you want to come in. If you don't, that's fine. We appreciate you coming in. Your comment. So let's begin the Sunday recap with LSU basketball. LSU basketball played yesterday against Missouri. They did win their game. Also, we'll have LSU baseball as well. So let's begin with LSU athletics. We're going to go through what happened. Okay, LSU defeated Missouri 86-80 in their game yesterday. Cam Thomas had 29 points against the Mizzou Tigers. So LSU will be in the SEC tournament. They will be a third seed this coming week. So that will be the in the SEC tournament. That'll be Thursday night. No, Friday. Excuse me, Friday, 8:30 for the quarterfinals. So LSU finishes the regular season 16-8, 11-6 in the SEC. So, like I said, so the win, several things for LSU. They clinched the a third seed, the SEC tournament. They will play in the quarterfinal game. That'll be around 8:15, 8:30. Cam Thomas had 29 points, his 10th consecutive 20-point or more game. Thomas went 9 for 13 from the floor. He also went 10 for 12 from the free throw line, and also drew 11 fouls in the contest. Trendon Watford had 19 points. He also had 8 rebounds. Devontae Smart had 13 points. Days had 12 points and 9 rebounds. Missouri's Drew Smith had 17 points. Wow. Xavier Pennington had 14. Kobe Brown had 11 and 10 rebounds. LSU came out solidly, building on an 11-point game with 7:15 left in a half. LSU led 22-11 the rest of the way. So I'll be honest with you, this Tiger basketball team went up there and made a statement to everyone. And I mean everyone. Also, LSU had a 74-73 advantage in their game. Second half, LSU, Wofford was 5 for 7 from the field, and also he made 4 free throws, 14 points. Thomas, 4 or 5. He went 7 7 out of 8 from the line. Excuse me. For the game, LSU did out-rebound Mizzou 39-37. Also took a 34-26 advantage in the paint. LSU did shoot 51%. That's 31-60. Also made 16 to 26 shots in the final 20 minutes at 61%. LSU hit 5 treys for and 19 of 26 from the line. Mizzou shot 37%. That was 23 of 62 and also 9 treys. So we'll go ahead and let you hear some of the audio highlights from yesterday's game, Mizzou and LSU. So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Final weekend of regular season play with an added makeup game to the schedule before the SEC heads to Music City for the conference tournament. A trip to the Show Me State as the Missouri Tigers host your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, along with former coach and SEC legend John Brady, here on campus at LSU with our producer Brian Haldane inside the Capital One studios, getting you ready for LSU Fighting Tiger basketball on the road from Mizzou Arena in Columbia on the campus of the University of Missouri. On Tuesday, with the win over Vanderbilt 83-60, Mizzou brings it down. Slow start to this one. 4-4 is the score. Driving in with a layup and missing badly with an airball layup is Mark Smith. Going the other way is Thomas. He'll lay it up and in. Whistle and a foul. And the Tigers should have their first lead of the game and an and-one opportunity for Cam Thomas. That's right side Watford. Watford driving with 6 on the shot clock. Runs out of room. Double team. Pass out to Days. 3-ball. Bullseye. Top of the key. Give Watford the assist. And the heads-up play, double team deep in the block, and decided to find Days up top, as Coach you say, his favorite place to shoot the 3. Thomas, step-back jumper from 19, rips the net. Left of the free throw line, spinning, man in his face, and Cam Thomas feeling it up today. He now has 8 points on 4 of 4 shooting. 15-14 LSU by 1, and Javonte Smart makes it 4 with a triple from the right wing. 18-14 LSU. After takes the free throw line out to Days, open for 3, and it's good. Darius Days with his second triple, and it's 29-18 LSU. Gaines with an answer. The triple left of the arc on a step back. Make it 32-23 as Eric Gaines with a big-time bucket to take a little momentum back. Gaines working up top, picks up his dribble, needs help, flips it off to Javonte Smart. Smart off the screen from Gray, moves to his right, bounce past Thomas. Thomas with 10 points, working against Mitchell Smith. Driving, bump, puts up the shot, off the glass and in, count it, and a foul. Jumper from the free throw line. Cam Thomas nails it down, and the Tigers regain the lead for the first time in the second half. 69-68, Cam Thomas with 21 points. Thomas has had the hot hand all day long with 22 points. Shooting the ball effectively at 8 of 12 from the floor. Thomas, step back 3. Got it! Big time 3 left of the arc. The Tigers lead by 4, 77-73. 80-80. Watford just right of the free throw line, directing traffic. Fakes the pass, drives, SEC logo jumper, good! Watford muscles up the shot, gets the bucket to fall. He now has 19, and it's 82-80 LSU. We've got under a minute to go in Missouri. It off to Pinson. He'll launch a 3. It's an air ball. LeBlanc has it underneath, and that will do it. The final 5 seconds going to roll off the clock, and LSU with the victory today. Tigers win. Tigers win on the road. They make it 6 straight against Missouri. 2-game win streak for the Tigers to finish the regular season. They move their record to 16-8 on the year, 11-6 in conference play. For Mizzou, they fall to 15-8 and to 500 in league action, 8-8.
Okay, as always, Chris Blair calling the LSU game broadcast yesterday. Excellent game highlights. Final score, LSU wins 86-80. I'm going to be honest with you. Look, they did shoot pretty well in the basketball game. They kind of took Mizzou to the woodshed. So, but Mizzou did had some scores. So let's go ahead and give you the leading scores. Thomas with 29, Walford with 19, Smart with 13, Days with 12. Also, your shooters was Thomas. He went 9 for 13 from the floor, 69%. All Trenton Wofford, 7 of 16, 43%. Devontae Smart, 5 of 13, 38%. Darius Days, 5 of 9, 56%. Now we'll go through the 3-point shooters. 3-point shooters in the game was Days with 2, Smart with 6 3-point shots in their game. Also Thomas with 1, and then Gaines with 1 on 3-point shots. So that's your the game leaders. Free throws. Thomas got to the line 12 times, converted 10 shots. Wofford got to the line 8 times, converted 5. Also Smart, 2 of 2, and Gaines, 2 of 2. So that was in yesterday's ball game. LSU did shoot 51%. Mizzou 37. Turnovers was 11 to 10. Steals was 7 to 6 in the game. So they will take on whoever comes out of the quarterfinal. That'll be on Friday night. LSU will be playing in the SEC tournament. So final score, LSU wins 86-80 to move on to the conference tournament. So I'll look at it this way. In retrospect, this team kind of has some trials and tribulations this year, but they did overcome those trials and tribulations. So if LSU, like I said, if switch it out, if LSU wins the quarterfinals, I think they'll get into the semifinals. And also, if they don't, they lose in the semifinals, I think they'll get in. I definitely think they will get in the NCAA. In the NCAA tournament, they'll probably be an 8 seed or a 9 seed. That's how the bubbles will go with the NCAA tournament beginning the following week after the conference tournaments. So, okay, we'll recap. We'll recap LSU baseball. LSU baseball played yesterday, 12-0 was your final score. So we'll go ahead and play some highlights from yesterday's game.
High on Alec Stadium, Skip Burton field is a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. See what they do at second base. They're going to send it. Cruz comes up firing. He's got a good arm. It's right on the money.
That was a nice little out right there. Nice little out at third. So LSU scoreless in the second inning. So we'll keep the and here's the pitch. They'll throw it to the Oral Roberts batted. Good, excellent grab by the LSU outfielder. So it made it 2 outs. LSU comes to bat in the bottom of the second. LSU gets the run home. So that was an easy run. Makes it 1-0. And then strike call. Landon Moss, excuse me. Milazzo gets a double down the left field line, and he will go to it's a long base hit, and then a base hit brings a run home, so it makes it 2-0. So it was 2-0 LSU at the bottom of the fifth, bases loaded, and then a line drive to center field for a base hit brings in another run, and that would be 2 runs coming in, so it makes it 4-0 LSU. Runners at first and second, they will bring the runs home here. The throw to the plate was cut off, so it's a cutoff throw to the plate. So LSU on top 5-0. LSU Hayden Trubisky pops up in the infield. He would make an nope. It would drop the so that would get an out right there. Or Roberts would step on that on the home plate, get an out, 6-0, and then LSU gets a nice little benefit on that fly ball, makes it 6-0 Bianco. Now it's 8-0. LSU will hit a gapper, nice little gapper. Runs come home. That's Morgan coming in. And then also Beloso makes it 10-0, so 10-0 LSU. And then in the bottom of the sixth, LSU will score again. That's Dugas coming in. Also, LSU was scoring this run right here, so they make it 12-0. So that was 12-0, and then Oral Roberts gets the strikeout. Coleman gets the win. So final score 12-0. LSU wins their game. I'll be honest with you. Look, that was some good piece of hitting in that game yesterday versus Oral Roberts. The night on night one, they got destroyed 22-7, but LSU comes back to get the 12-0 victory. So Coleman gets the strikeout. So 12-0 was your final score. So we'll go through the box score, and we'll give you those. So I'm going to switch this out, and I'm going to put the box score in. Okay, box score on the screen. So you'll see it. Box score is definitely on the screen. I'm going to put it in. Give me 1 second to put it in. So LSU, once again, pitching, Landon Marceau had 6 innings of work. He gave up 6 hits, no runs. None of them was earned. He struck out 7 and walked none. Ty Floyd had 2 innings of work. He had 4 strikeouts and also 1 walk. Javen Coleman only struck out 2 batters in the game. LSU's, let's go through the numbers. Dylan Cruz went 1 for 3. Will Salford went 0 for 1. Trey Morgan went 1 for 3. Brody Drost went 1 for 4. Maurice Hampton went 1 for 1. Cade Beloso went 2 for 4. Hayden Trubisky went 0 for 1. Gavin Dugas went 2 for 3. Mitchell Sanford went 1 for 1. Zach Arnold went 3 for 4. Thomas went 1 for 5. Bianco went 1 for 3. Cranford went 0 for 1. Milazzo went 1 for 3. Doherty went 0 for 1 in the game. So LSU had 12 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. So that's how the line score progresses. LSU did score in the bottom of the second, but they scored 7 in the bottom of the fifth and 3 in the bottom of the sixth, and also 1 in the bottom of the eighth inning. So LSU wins once again 12-0. So on the second game of the SEC series. So they will play they will play at 2:00. The game will be at 2:00 on in just about maybe about 2 hours. So they will be on at 2:00, SEC Network Plus. Now LSU's next game next week will be Texas Southern and Alex Box Stadium, UNO, at Maestri Fields. That's going to be 6:30 at Maestri Fields. So it's going to be the next day. So LSU baseball will be on this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Now LSU's next weekend series will begin. See, I'm going to see where the next weekend series will begin. They will take on UTSA. That will be on March 12th. So their next game will be against UTSA on the weekend. So LSU wins 12-0. Also, softball did take did have a game against Texas. They took the game 2-1. That was on game 1. LSU wins game 1. Also, LSU wins game 2 7-2. So the Lady Tigers are now 13-6 overall. They will be playing Tennessee next weekend at Tennessee. So that game will be on SEC Network Plus. Okay, also volleyball. Let's go over some LSU stuff. Volleyball suffers a sweep of Kentucky. So LSU 5-11 on the season. Kentucky 14-0. So they did lose the match. They took the first set 25-13, also 25-19 and 25-22. LSU looked to bounce back against South Carolina. So that will be on March 13th and 14th. So they'll be taking on South Carolina, LSU volleyball. So we'll move along and we'll go over to Tulane Baseball. We'll go over to the Tulane Baseball game. Yesterday, they played against Western Kentucky. So let me get this off the screen. And we'll recap Tulane and Western Kentucky's game. So I'm going to pull up the box score. Okay, Tulane wins 5-2 over Western Kentucky. The winning pitcher was Trent Johnson, 1-for-1. Zach DeVito gets the save here. That's his second. So the scoring plays is like this. Western Kentucky scored at the top of the second on a single and also hit by a pitch. So they led 2-0. Tulane scored in the bottom of the fifth on a single and also a fly out. Made it 3-2. And then sixth inning, Neiman singled to the right field side. Mender did score, made it 4-2. And also in the eighth, Tulane did score in the out the first to the pitcher and then second on a sac bunt. So that was a sac bunt 5-2. So Tulane wins 5-2. So let's go through the box scores. Okay, box scores. Jaden Hart went 1 for 5. Colin Burns went 0 for 4. Trevor Mender with 1 for 4. Luis Eval went 0 for 3. Frankie Neiman went 1 for 4. Ethan Grove went 2 for 4. Hayden Hastings went 1 for 3. Chase Engelhard went 2 for 3. Jacob LaPrairie went 1 for 2. Walker Butcherfield went 0 for 1. Logan Stevenson went 0 for 1, didn't bat. So Tulane did leave 8 men on base. Western Kentucky left 12. Okay, the pitching for Tulane, Benoit had 3 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. 1 was earned, walked 3, struck out 1. Trent Johnson gave up 3 hits. He struck out 5. Also, Keaton Lepel had 1 inning of work, struck out 1. Kagan Giles had 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Also, Justin Campbell, 1 strikeout. David Bates, 1 walk. Also, Jake McDonald had 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And also, Zach DeVito got the save. He only faced 1 batter in that game. So that was Tulane's pitching staff. They used 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 8 pitchers they used in that game versus Western Kentucky. So they went 5-2. In the game, Tulane had 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Tulane did score in the bottom of the 5th, and also 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Now, Western Kentucky did score in the top of the 2nd, top of the 3rd. So Tulane wins 5-2. So we'll move along, and we'll go over to other local college baseball. We'll go over to Southeastern. So let's switch this out, and we'll go over to Southeastern College Baseball. And we'll recap what happened at Alumni Field. We're going to go over to the Southland Conference. We'll go over to Southeastern Louisiana. I'm going to go through all the okay, they did defeat Troy 7-1 in that game, so we're going to go over and give you a recap on that one. Okay, Southeastern won 7-1 over Troy. That was in the second game of the series yesterday. Winning pitcher was Will Warner. He's 2-0, so he got the win yesterday. Southeastern did score. Line score was in the bottom of the fourth. They did score 6 runs. They also scored 3 in the bottom of the third, so that was 1. Western Kentucky did score in the top of the second, so that was in the top of the second. That was the one lone run, so it was 1-0. But Ortiz grounded out. Keller hit by a pitch. Ortiz walked, and Burke hit a home run that was in the bottom of the fourth. So Southeastern went 7-1. So let's go over the box scores. Okay, Evan Keller for Southeastern 1 for 4. Champ Ortiz went 0 for 3. Jacob Burke went 2 for 3. Nick Ray went 0 for 4. Kristen Garcia went 1 for 3. Eli Johnson went 1 for 4. Gabby Cruz went 1 for 3. Preston Faulkner went 2 for 4. Also, Rhett Rosevier went 0 for 2. Southeastern had left 7 men on base. They had 7 runs, 8 hits, and 7 RBIs. Okay, Will Warren's inning, he had 7 innings of work. Gave up 6 hits, 1 run. None was earned. Walked 1. Struck out 3. Now, Cole Hoskin had 2 innings of work. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 1. He didn't walk anybody. So in that game, so Southeastern wins their game 7-1. They will take on Troy. That'll be for the final game of the weekend. So final game of the weekend. Once next week, they will take on Sam Houston State. That will be a 4-game set. There will be Friday through Sunday. That's Friday through Sunday. And then on Tuesday, March 16th, they will take on LSU in Baton Rouge. So that is your Southeastern recap. Okay, we'll recap what happened with the Nichols Colonels. Let's go ahead and recap the Nichols Colonels. Okay, Nichols did play ULM. They lost 5-3, so I'm going to give you the recap of that game against the Warhawks. So let me get those that box score put in. Okay, they did lose out in Monroe to the ULM Warhawks 5-3. So Trevor Gilchrist lost the game. He gets the loss. Carson Orton got the save for the ULM Warhawks. Nichols did score in the top of the first on the single, made it 1-0, and then Nichols scored in the top of the third on the double, made it 2-2. ULM scored in the bottom of the first Also, they scored in the bottom of the fifth. That was 3 times. They scored on a fielder's choice, and they also scored on a single, and also scored on a pickoff attempt. Made it 5-2. Then Nichols cut the lead to 5-3 on a single up the middle. So it scored the run, made it 5-3. Okay, let's give it the box score on the Nichols Colonels. West Tops went 1 for 5. Greg Anderberg went 1 for 0 for 5. Kate Hill did not bat. Bessel Williams went 1 for 5. Dylan Bell went 3 for 4 for the Nichols Colonels. Zane Washington went 0 for 3. Dane Simon went 1 for 4 for the Nichols Colonels. Austin Kane went 1 for 3 for the Nichols Colonels as well. Mason Turner went 0 for 1. Kyle Boudreaux did not bat. Shortstop Parker Codou, that's Coddou, went 0 for 2. Alex Gale went 0 for 2. Blaze Breedwood with 1 for 1. So they did leave 9 men on base. So, and the Nichols pitchers kind of struggled. They did struggle against the Warhawks, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them was earned. They walked 1, struck out 9. The main one was Kate Evans with 4. Bo Batado went he had 1 strikeout, and Peter Hollins for the Nichols Colonels went 0.2 innings. He did strike out 1 batter, walked none. That was in the game versus the ULM Warhawks. They will be playing their series later on today against the Warhawks. They'll be up in Monroe. So we'll wrap this up. We'll go ahead and see what else we can give you. So Nichols did play their game yesterday. Okay, we'll give you UNO. We'll go ahead and break down UNO. UNO loses 9-5 to Bradley. Their game will be later on this afternoon against same team to wrap up the weekend. We'll go ahead and put the box scores on the screen. Okay, UNO and Bradley. Okay, let's go over let's recap the game. UNO Bradley. This is via the Bradley website. UNO line score. UNO had 5 hits, 4 runs, and 4 errors. Bradley had 9 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. So they had both teams had their share of errors in the ball game yesterday. Okay, Rudy Amermount was the losing pitcher. Jed Moscott went 1 for 0 for Bradley. Your scoring plays. Okay, UNO did score in the bottom of the second. Gage Howard had a single to right field. Bo Bratton did score, made it 2-0. UNO scored in the same inning with Woolard, reaching on a throwing error. Howard scored on the error. Also, Willis scored on the error. That was an unearned run. Made it 5-0 UNO. And then Bradley came back and scored some runs in the third, seventh, and eighth inning. So Bradley scored on a wild pitch, made it 5-1. And then in the top of the seventh, they had a fly out. Raced on a fielder's choice in the top of the seventh. Also doubled to left field. 3 runs came in. Also, Bradley raced on another fielder's error, and that was unearned run. Also, Rawlson hit a 2-run homer, made it 9-5. So that was in the ball game yesterday out at Maestri Field. So let's go through the box scores. Gage Howard went 2 for 5. Salah Ize went 0 for 4. Luther Woolard went 0 for 3. Casey Simonic went from 1 for 2. Howard Page went 0 for 5. Bo Bratton went 0 for 2. Christian Furr went 0 for 3. Isaac Williams went 0 for 3. George Tejada went 0 for 3 for the UNO Privateers. Travis Goober went 0 for 1. Darren Willis went 1 for 3 in the game, so they left 8 men on base for the UNO Privateers. Now the UNO pitching gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them was earned. Walked 5 and struck out 9. Brandon Mitchell went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run, one earned. He walked 2, struck out 5. Jacob Lonkin had an inning of work, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, 4 votes. Excuse me. I'm coughing. So gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. So Ruby Amer Mail had 0.2 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned. Walk 1, struck out none. Colin Ray Ramirez went 2 innings for UNO. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. None of them was earned, and struck out 1. So that. So once again, UNO loses 9-5. So the series will continue later on this afternoon. So we'll wrap this up. We'll hit this button. We'll go over another game. So they will play later on this afternoon. So what else we need to recap? I'm going to recap Southeastern and UNO basketball from last night. Southeastern lost 81-76. So UNO will get the 15 going into the Southland Conference tournament. So we will recap it for you. I'm going to go to the UNO page. So once again, UNO wins 81-76. UNO finishes the regular season 9-14, 8-7 in conference play. Southeastern 7-17 overall, and 5-10 in the Southland. So scoring by quarter, UNO did score 32-29 in the first half. Also, Southeastern scored 40 in the second half. And UNO in the first overtime scored 12 in the half overtime period number 1. Okay, tournament time. So they will be the 5th seed going into the Southland Conference tournament. Clutch shots. UNO seniors hit a shot that was with 1 minute and 35 seconds deficit. Damon Rouser nailed a shot ahead of the Privateers lead. Also, free throws were hit by St. Hilaire and Troy Green. Lamar Barzad had forced the held ball with possessions. That was UNO with 8 seconds remaining. Green fouled with 0.9 seconds remaining. In a crowd of 940, UNO led most of the way. The largest lead was 50-41. UNO shot 53% from the floor. They kept Southeastern within range. So Southeastern hit 6 triples in the second half, including one to tie the game by Gus Okafor. Inside the box score, Freeman secured 10 turnovers. UNO did out rebound Southeastern 43-30. Green had 24 points. St. Hilaire had 19. Rodney Carlson had 11. And Roser had 10 in the game. So he led the team in assists. Barzag recorded his 5th steal. Southeastern, led by Keon Clergy, led 25 points. Caldwell with 11, and Warren led the Lions with in boards with 7. So they will be in the Southland Conference tournament. That game will be on Nash 106.1 for the viewers, listeners in New Orleans. So let's give you the shooting on these individuals. Green had 9 of 15 for 60%. Derek St. Hilaire had 8 of 20. Damian Rouser for UNO Privateers had 5 of 6 for 83%. Rodney Carlson had 4 of 7 from 57%. So all four excuse me. All 4 of the UNO players did have good shooting in the game from field goals. Okay, 3-point shooting. Rodney Carlson had 2 out of 4. Also, Lamar Barzag had 1 of 2. Troy Green had 1 of 3. And St. Hilaire had 1 for 12 in the basketball game. Now the free throws. Green got to the line 6 times, converted 5 shots, 83%. Doherty went 4 for 4. Myers went 2 for 3, and St. Hilaire went 2 for 2 for the UNO Privateers. Okay, rebounds. Freeman had 10 total. He had 10 on defense, none on offense. Rouser had 8. He had 2 on offense, 6 on defense. Green had 7 total. He had 6 on defense, 1 on offense. Myers had total of 3. He only had 3 offensive rebounds, no defensive rebounds for the Privateers. So 81-76. So UNO will be in the conference tournament. Okay, we will go over to the Nichols State Colonels football game. We'll break down Nichols and Northwestern State. They did win 31-24 in their game against. So we're going to go recap that game for you. Okay, Nichols did win the game 31-24 up in Natchitoches. They scored in the 14-7 in the first, 7-0 in the second, 10-3 Northwestern State in the third, and 7-7. Scoring plays. Let's go over the scoring plays. We'll go over the stats. Nichols had 545 yards. Northwestern had 304. Passing, Nichols had 299. Northwestern State had 67. Running the football, both teams ran the ball for over 200 yards. Nichols with 246 and McNeese with 237. First downs, Nichols had 29 first downs. They converted 9 of 19 on third down, and also 1 for 1 on fourth down conversions. Also, time of possession, Nichols had the ball for 39 minutes, and Northwestern State had the ball for about 20 minutes. Okay, the scoring plays as far first quarter. Nichols did score on a 13-play, 66-yard drive. It was a 5-yard touchdown run by Julian Gums, made it 7-0. Then Northwestern State scored on a 5-play, 78-yard drive, 1:40 off the time of possession, tied the game at 7. Also, Nichols regained the lead on a 6-yard pass play from Lizzie. That was on 9 plays, 69 yards. Took 4 minutes and 1 second, made it 14-7. Then in the second quarter, Nichols did score on a 4-play, 69-yard drive. Was a 1-yard touchdown pass. Play took 56 seconds. Also, in the third quarter, Northwestern State did score on a 1-play, 80-yard drive. It was an 80-yard run for a touchdown for the Northwestern State Demons. Also, they kicked the field goal, 10 plays, 58 yards, 4 minutes and 51 seconds, made it 24-14, and then they cut the lead to 24-17 on an 8-play, 32-yard drive. So the Demons cut the lead. Nichols did score on a 42-yard pass play that was on 4 plays, 76 yards. Took 1:10 off the clock. Also, Landry scored on a 13-yard pass play. Took 9 plays, 76 yards to complete. So 31-24 is your final. They will take on Sam Houston. That'll be a 12 o'clock game on the 13th. So Scott Lindsey, 21 completions, 299 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The running game, Gums had 156 yards on 4.3 yards a carry. Lindsey had 91 yards in all. Collins had 1 carry for 1 yard. Also, the receivers, Dixon had 7 catches for 115 yards. Robinson, 1 catch for 42. Devontae Jason had 3 catches for 40 yards for the Nichols Colonels. He did get 2,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations to Julie Gum for getting 2,000 rushing yards. Now let's show you this. Show you the play that happened. This is from the Colonels football Twitter page. This is a nice little pass play. So they bring it out to nice little pitch out, and they get the touchdown on that play. So it's a touchdown, Colonels. So they'll if you in there, he had some pressure on him, but he put a nice little pass in the end zone for a touchdown. So it was 24-17 Nichols. So so they will take on Sam Houston State. They will be next week. So they're off to a good start, 3-0, 2-0 in the Southland Conference. So I'll be honest with you, they're getting off to an excellent start after winning their first game 55 to something, and then winning a game by 7. Look, I'm gonna tell you, this Nichols football team definitely has it going. So that's a recap from the Nichols Northwestern State game. So looks like we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, we'll wrap it up today. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this out. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. Once again, we did recap Sunday. So we'll be back tomorrow with Sports Talk. We'll also have play-by-plays this week. So we'll be on in the air. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow.